Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovely Tea TV Show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovely Tea TV Show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
And breaking news tonight in the music industry, Grammy-nominated rhythm and blues artist Angie Stone has died. Her longtime publicist announced earlier today the singer died in a vehicle crash in Montgomery County. Now, this is video sent to us from Linnell Jacobs' car of her final performance that happened right here in the Port City. She performed at the Grand Marshals Ball in Mobile last night, and she was heading to Atlanta when the crash happened. Stone's publicist remembers her as an honest, talented person that left a big impact on the music industry.
Her songwriting skills were second to none, literally. She wrote a lot of songs for the Sugar Hill Gang label that she never got credit for. And but she was just an incredible talent. I mean, when I say very smart, she was just a very, very smart woman.
9 other people were in that vehicle. No other details are known about the other people in the van or the circumstances surrounding the crash. Stone's career spanned decades, and she was best known for hits like No More Rain and Wish I Didn't Miss You. She was 63 years old. And the Mardi Gras Area Association sending us this statement. It reads in part, quote, "It is with deepest sympathy that we express our condolences to the Stone family during this difficult time. We were truly saddened to hear of Angie's passing, and our hearts go out to you all. During this time of bereavement, please know that our thoughts and prayers are with Angie's family and loved ones. May you find comfort and strength in the loving memories you shared with her, and may her legacy continue to inspire all those who were fortunate enough to have known her."
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing okay today. Happy Monday. I'm still not really feeling too good, so I'm not coming on camera. But anyways, I wanted to come on here and talk about this whole Angie Stone situation because it's really bothering my spirit. So you guys just watched the news clip about her passing. It happened this past weekend. Angie Stone was 63 years old. And for y'all who don't know, recently Angie Stone took to social media and she was basically blasting the industry. She was talking about how Universal Music Group, that is ran by Lucian Grange, and Arista, because she was at one point signed to Arista via Clive Davis, who's another music industry, devil. People been calling out Clive Davis for years. And she was speaking about how basically they have taken her mechanicals, her royalties, and she literally has nothing left. Angie Stone has been in the game for close to 40 years. She was also the person who wrote the theme song for Girlfriends, in case y'all didn't know. Let me go ahead and play this for y'all real quick.
The ability to change my voice, to go from a soul singer into my girlfriend, to go there. There was a run that I do on the song that they started to write the show to. And when they started to write, they realized that if they go past this run, the ratings are low. But if they get it in time where they write on the run, they got, the ratings were super high. So they told me, not only is that a theme song, that song, it has magic to it. So yes, I was kind of shocked when people was like, I saw everybody on TikTok singing My Girlfriend.
All right, so you guys just saw that. She also wrote just a lot of hits for people. Her son's father is D'Angelo. She also helped to co-write a few songs on his album. And their relationship is very interesting, child, but that's a whole nother video. We're just going to stick to the topic at hand for now. She's just a musical legend. Her pen game is fierce. And so to find out as recently as a week and a half ago before her death that she's not receiving any royalties for this, people didn't submit claims for her, and that the fact that she, at the age of 63, is still having to tour and work and sing is insane to me. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and play you guys the video of her speaking about, you know, how she was taken advantage of and how she's not getting her money. So we're going to go ahead and watch this here.
It has been one heck of a ride. This last month, the enemy was trying to take me out. He was really trying to take me out. And, okay, I'm going to wait till we get those 50, 60. We had 51. Let me see, can I get 70 to 100 people in the room right now before I reveal some very, very interesting information. And it is like a double-edged sword, because I'm going to tell you one thing, and then I'm going to get to the worst thing that could possibly happen to any artist after 45 to 50 years in the business. The worst thing that could happen. It has, of course, happened to me, and I'm constantly in prayer for God to forgive the people that have wished me ill will, or, you know, done anything to remotely get in the way of the gift of sharing with my fans. Okay, we're at 45. Let me get 50. Let me get 60. And I'm going to give y'all 5 more minutes to get some more people on this live. The devil is a liar. You're right. Come on now. Come on. Oh, by the way, the Christmas song, All I'm Missing, is #1 in several countries. We put it out on the 15th of November, on the 14th of November. The devil tried to stop that. It was snatched down. Then it was put back up. He tried to, of course, blame it on me, but it wasn't my fault. However, the song prevailed. After everybody bailed, the song went all the way to #1 and is steadily climbing the chart. So if you guys have never heard my mechanicals, they've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to. People that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I am truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time. Because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago. Monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out, work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family.
All right, so you guys just saw what Angie Stone had to say. So that was one of her last live streams that she did. And so that caught a lot of people's attention. Now I want to talk about some things that stood out to me, what she said. Around the 5:17 mark, she said the enemy is trying to take me out, meaning that the devil is always busy, okay? And I think she felt in her spirit that there was more to come, and she was trying to fight that. And so the fact that she ended up losing her life not even a week or two after that live stream is insane. And the fact, let's not forget, that she died in a car crash just like Lisa Left Eye Lopez of TLC. Remember, in that car crash, there were 7 people with Lisa. Lisa was the only person who died. In this car crash, there was 9 people with Angie Stone. Angie Stone was the only person who died. And both of those numbers, 7 and 9, are very powerful numbers. Let's also not forget the number 9 means the end. On top of that, there's a picture with her and Erykah Badu. And I found it very interesting, the hat that Erykah was wearing. The hat says, The end is not the end. And she's wearing that hat next to Angie Stone. Now, I'm not particularly sure when they took that picture, but I just found that very interesting that that picture has appeared online. And, you know, what her hat says is very telling. So on top of that, it's always interesting that when a lot of these artists come out and they start speaking the truth about the industry, somehow they end up in some type of freak accident. And it's very interesting that so many artists over the years have called out UMG. They've called out Clive Davis. You know, I've done deep dives on Clive Davis and, you know, how he's taken a lot of these artists' money. Let's not forget that Lisa Left Eye Lopez and TLC, they went to Clive Davis's office to confront him. And Diddy was also the one who played a hand in snitching on them and letting Clive Davis know that they were coming up there.
That means every time an album gets sold, TLC gets 56 cents. So 10 million records, $5.6 million. Seems like a lot of money. Well, it's not a lot of money when the record company has spent $3 million to record your album. And in the record business, we pay all costs back to the record company. We pay recording costs, video costs. So now we have $2.6 million left. Well, guess what? When you have that much money, you're in about the 47, 48, 49% tax bracket. So that immediately gets deducted to $1.3 million. Then you split the rest 3 ways. You got about $300,000 a piece, if that much. Okay? $300,000. I can buy a nice house with that. And what am I going to pay my bills with?
The record company, Clive Davis, we held them hostage like guns, the whole shebang. Yeah, it was like that.
Because, wait a minute. I want to make sure we understand.
Yes.
Guns?
Yes, guns.
With bullets?
With bullets.
Come on, give me the story,
I'm going to tell
baby.
you because TLC had generated on Crazy Sexy Cool $75 million and they gave us $50,000 a piece. I was like, what the hell? So, of course, Lisa was the ringleader.
Like, we need to go get our money. I need to know where my MF and money's at.
So, you know, she was locked up in the diversion center for burning down the house. And she was just like, okay, we going to get LaFace and them girls I was locked up with. We going to drive up there. We going to take the guns. And then we had this limo driver.
Wait, she just got out of jail?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And we had the limo driver. And he was the getaway car. So we went up there and held everybody hostage. And Puffy was the one that snitched us out. Yo, B, yo, your girl's up here mad bugging, yo. And I was like, oh, Puff, why you gonna snitch us out, dog? But he called it. Yeah, because we kicked him out of the meeting.
Well, wait a minute. Puffy, mind your damn business. Okay, go ahead, Sugar.
Oh, my God.
Now, on top of that, let's not forget that Michael Jackson was also calling out the music industry, calling out Tommy Mottola, who was once Mariah Carey's husband.
Like Mrs. Sharpton was saying, people from James Brown to Sammy Davis Jr., some of the real pioneers that inspired me to be the entertainer that I am. These artists are always on tour because if they stopped touring, they would totally go broken. These artists are always on tour because if they stopped touring, they would totally go broken. And it's been, the record companies really, really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can, especially the black artists. Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very, very, very devilish.
People find it odd that when we win anything in this game, we give praise back unto God. Well, in somebody else's game, any triumph makes us feel blessed. When it's your game, you make the rules, everything comes easy. All your friends are in key positions, so when you decide you don't want to play anymore, you never leave empty-handed. Can somebody say golden parachute? Well, it's not your game. You didn't make the rules, so everything comes hard. And as long as you're signed to a contract, you're going to take a minority share of the winnings. A select few of us will do well. The majority will not. So as a people, we'll be considered a minority. But stop. Let's take a moment and look at yourselves. There's nothing minor about you.
Prince had been calling out the music industry as well forever, and he ended up dying. Michael Jackson ended up dying. And as crazy as Kanye West is, Kanye West has been keeping his foot on Lucian Grange's neck. He's been calling them out, and recently Drake, who also benefited from the system, has been calling out UMG and Lucian Grange as well.
You say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy. Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
Well, Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa.
Drake just put Universal Music Group on blast in a new legal filing, and let's just say he is not holding back. From Super Bowl drama to being trapped in a never-ending 360 deal, Drake is making it clear he's fed up.
What he's claiming is that they were manipulating streams to push Kendrick Lamar and promote the song because it can pretty much devalue his next offer because he's looking at a new deal.
UMG was looking for how to cut out a lesser deal for him when it comes to renewing the contract, which, according to him, explains why they promoted Kendrick's song. Oh, and let's not forget that Drake also accuses UMG of paying influencers and social media platforms to push the song.
So I don't believe in coincidences. I believe there's more to her death. The whole situation is just really sad, but just even taking away the spiritual, the esoterical, the conspiracy aspect of it, I want to look at this from a more human basis as well. And what I find the most sad is that this woman was still on the road performing at 63. And I think for a lot of us, we've been led to believe that, these people are performing because they love it and, it's something for them to do. Who wants to just sit at home and be bored? But the average American retires between the ages of 60 and 62. Sometimes you can retire earlier than that, but that's usually about average. Angie Stone was 63, and one of the points that she made around the 8-minute mark, she says she should have been able to retire 20 years ago. And I agree with that. So many times these celebrities are fed to us as being the epitome of making it. They're wearing these glamorous gowns. They're on the red carpet. They're going to all these exotic places. But isn't it interesting that these people are getting older and older and they're still having to perform? Something is not right. Why is it that the average person who worked at a corporate job or maybe they worked in the trades for 20, 30 years, they can retire, they have their IRA set aside, and a lot of older people are living comfortably. Not everybody, but the average, they're living comfortably, their bills are paid, they can have a vacation spot in Florida and live up north during the winter. But it's very interesting that these celebrities that we have been taught to worship and put on pedestals from the time that we're children, they are all still out here performing and struggling. It makes no sense to me. If you guys don't know, recently there's been a lot of conversation on TikTok and on Instagram about Mary J. Blige and Mariah Carey, who are both on tour. Mary J. is 54 years old. Mariah Carey is 55. Both of these women, with what they've supposedly made from, their album sales and tour sales, they really shouldn't have to be out here singing and forcing themselves to dance. There's literally video of Mariah Carey looking like she's checked out. She looks tired. She can't dance. She can't keep up with her dancers. Mary J. Blige is the same way. She's still doing that same old two-step, but now she's looking more tired. Her feet look like they hurt. She's having to sit down in the middle of performances. Ron Isley, he's still performing on the couch.
Don't know what to say, baby, and I think I got it.
But Mary, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to move around. You sexy, just sitting. Be like Ronald Isley. I done seen him 4 times. Yeah.
Why are all these people still performing and not retiring? It doesn't make any sense. As you get older, your body is deteriorating. You're going through a lot of health problems. These people should be able to rest in their old age. They shouldn't have to be straining their vocals. Let's not forget the video of Celine Dion that went viral not too long ago because she couldn't hit a particular high note. And she literally broke down kind of crying on stage because she feels like she doesn't really have it anymore.
I'm your lady, so I had to. And you are my man. And then you panic, so more you panic, more you spasm, more you... And I went on stage.
Of course you did.
Of course.
And?
And I started to sound more nasal.
Mm-hmm.
My whole team had to just... They were trying to find my voice too.
They're older now. We can't compare them to when they were in their 20s and 30s. But my question is, why are these people not allowed to retire comfortably? What is going on in the music industry that these people in their late 50s and 60s are still out on the road having to perform? Performing is a lot of work. You know, not only memorizing the choreography, the songs, and, you know, I'm sure a part of them loves it. But as I'm looking at this with a fresh set of eyes and as I'm getting older, I'm like, these people are tired. Why are they not able to just retire comfortably and live off of the money that they've made in their 20s and 30s, like the so-called average person? You know, what is going on in the industry that they're still being forced to perform? I mean, this is just insane to me. At 63 years old, Angie Stone should have been chilling in bed, you know, eating some bonbons, retired, and living off of the money and the sweat and the tears and the blood that she put into this industry. There's no reason that this woman should have to still be out here touring. You could tell she was tired from her last live stream, the things that she was saying. I should have been able to retire 20 years ago. That really stuck out to me because she should have. That lady has put in work. And there's no reason that she was still out here having to, you know what I'm saying, feed her family at 63 years old. Because guess who else is not out here working and busting their ass? Clive Davis. He's being driven around by chauffeurs, acting like he doesn't know what's going on. He's living his best life while these people are still having to work on stage.
These artists are always on tour because if they stopped touring, they would totally go broken. These artists are always on tour because if they stopped touring, they would totally go broken.
It's sad. And it makes me feel like, you know, what are the deals that they're making in the industry? And I think back to that interview of Ed Bradley interviewing Bob Dylan. And he asked him, you know, like, why do you still do it? Like, this man is in his 60s. Why are you not retiring and, you know, just enjoying your life and what you did? And he basically comes back and says, you know, the commander-in-chief of another world down below won't allow him to retire. Go ahead and refresh y'all's memory.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. You know, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with you know, with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
He did that interview in his 60s, years ago. Do you guys know that Bob Dylan is now 83 years old? And he is still on tour. He has a scheduled tour in spring of 2025 at 83 years old. Something ain't right in the music industry. That an 83-year-old man is still out here having to perform at 83. Think about the average 83-year-old American. They're chilling. So I'm not going to get too deep in this video, but I just wanted to leave y'all with a few of my thoughts. I feel so bad, you know, for what's going on with a lot of these people. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. She was definitely a very talented individual. You know, my heart goes out to her children. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this entire situation. How do y'all feel about this? Do you feel like her passing is way deeper? And how do you feel about the fact that these artists are still having to perform in their old age as opposed to them retiring and enjoying the fruits of their labor? So I look forward to reading y'all's comments down below. Y'all have a good day and thank you for tuning in. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.